Hi, this is the tutorial for the Decorative Pinwheel Centerpiece from the June Silhouette Life Inspiration Box. The items from that box you'll need are the jumbo straws, the white cardstock, and the white brads that you had come in the box. So to start out, we're going to go to our design studio and design the file for it, and then we will go from there.
Okay, so I have my design here in my Silhouette Studio pulled up here, or my tutorial, sorry, here. And we're going to scroll down to the tutorial part. Here she talks about the easiest way to make the pinwheels is with some patterned paper or colored cardstock and just cut it that way. So you don't have to do print, you can just cut out. So that's actually what I'm going to end up doing because my printer and everything, I'm just still trying to get everything set up in my new place. But I'm going to show you still on this tutorial what to do if you wanted to print it and color it out, print the pattern. So what you're going to do first is we're going to scroll down to the design part. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to pull open. So I'm going to do the blank one because that's what you would want. Let's see if it actually opens up blank. Okay, so this has some stars and stuff on it. Let's check this one. Okay, my computer's being a little struggling a little, so let's try the studio format. So how you do studio is you just download and then you just click open. So here's the pattern one, so that worked. So let's try the studio on the other one. So download, I'm going to click open on this one. Okay, so this one is still showing us, here we go. So here's a completely blank one. Here's one with some stars or stripes. She includes these, so if you have kids and they want to color them, these are great little templates to color. So here's the two ways you can do it. Let's go up to the blank one. So when it's time to cut, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to ungroup. I'm actually first, sorry guys, pregnancy brain again. We're going to save it. Then I can delete the ones with the patterns in them. So then I'm going to pull over this. And then when you go to send, make sure that your design lights up in bright red. It does. Change your material type to cardstock. We're already there. Default settings, good to go. So then you're going to load it into your machine and you're going to cut it. So this is like if I was using cardstock, patterned paper, just wanted white ones, this is what you would cut. So I'd cut out and then I would show you how to put it together. Now if you want to do the pattern ones, let's go through how to do that. So if you want the pattern ones, here we go. She doesn't mention a print and cut. So what you do is you just go ahead and made both patterns. So she printed one on the front and one on the back. As you can see, they both don't fit on one page. So I'm going to pull over one design. So here's what you would do. You would go ahead and print your sheet of paper like this. So I'd put it into one, and then I'd flip the paper over and print again. Not printing cut, just simply printing the pattern. So you could even pull this aside if you wanted. So just go ahead and print like this. So you do that by file, print, and then it would bring up all the settings. It's not connected to my printer, so it's probably gonna be all weird. Then you would bring this design back over, and what you can do then is, okay, simply print it on one side, flip the cardstock over, print it on the other, and then you didn't need the cut to be exact. So she had said, I simply lined up my two pinwheels top and bottom, then overlay my pattern behind it, made both patterns. Okay, so then you can see how both of those pinwheel designs fit underneath it. So I'm just going to pull off that so you can see. So then you would just go ahead and cut it like this. And so that's how you would do it if you're doing your own pattern. You just simply print the pattern and then cut the same design on your printed sheet of paper, like how if you were doing it here. So let me make this bigger so we can see. On this page setup, it's showing the print border. We don't care about the print border for this, but for the pinwheel part, but you do for the pattern. So you'd want to probably line up the pattern in your print border, and then you'd want to make sure that this was in your print border as well. Do you see that? Because if you print over here, you're only getting part of it, or down here, you're only getting part of it printed. So if I had it cut, even though my machine can cut down here, the pattern wouldn't be there for my printer. So pay attention to things like that if you're going to do it that way. Again, because I'm still just getting everything set up and don't want to mess with whether or not my printer has ink or is set up properly, I am just going to do Oh, I don't know that I saved this one, so we're going to save it. And then I'm going to close out of here and close out of this one. Okay, so this is the design we're going to go with. So you're going to click send, cardstock plain, and you're going to go ahead and send it to your Cameo. And then we'll go to that point in the tutorial where we can put them together.
Okay, we're ready to cut out the cardstock. So I found some red and some blue, and then I'm going to do white. So we're just going to line it up how you see it in the design. And you're going to load it into your machine. Load cut mat. And then it's cardstock plain, and your blade should be at 3. So we're going to go ahead and cut those, and then we'll put them together. Okay, so now we have the pinwheels cut out, and we are ready to go ahead and make them. So what you're going to do first is take, I'm trying to find my tweezers, take your jumbo straw or craft knife or something. And what she did is she just poked a hole straight through it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. She does make mention to watch your fingers. So I'm going to poke through and try to get a pretty good size hole here. Okay, so now we've done that. And you're going to take your little brads, and one at a time you're going to take each pinwheel section and you're going to put the brad through it. So I'm going to do each one first. Don't try to do all of them at once, she says. So I'm getting all of these, and then what you're going to go do is go through the back. So now we have it like this. And then you're going to go through your straw. So I don't know if my hole is big enough, but we're going to try. Okay, so it's not quite, but I think I can just push it through. There we go. Okay, so then to hold it in place, then you open the brad. And you can go ahead and pinch it like that to keep it open. So then you have a pinwheel with the little thing in the middle. So we can go ahead and go do that on all of them. So just to remind you, but then you'll have a centerpiece of pinwheels you can put in a vase or something. So I'll show you one more time, and then we'll be good on these. So go ahead and pinch a hole through your straw. You can do your craft knife, tweezers, whatever you need. And then take a brad, and one corner at a time, just stick it through. And just grab each one and go through, layer them on. And then the last thing you'll do is stick it through the middle. So we're going to poke through the back. And then, well, second to last thing, then the last thing you'll do is stick it through the straw and open that brad. Just being careful not to bend the paper. So now we have a red and a blue one, and I've got a couple whites and another blue. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching the tutorial.